The generative AI will not only be able to tell you that what you will be in due course of time, but also it can produce before you marvelous piece of music, not orchestrated by any maestro, any celebrity, but completely by the algorithmic way of production. And also, the areas will be changing drastically with the intervention of generative AI, as you can see the next one. As we all know that the whole journey, it seems to be revolution to many, but it's actually an evolution from the last only 30 years. From the area of 2000, year of 2000, we started with machine learning, 2010, dominance of deep learning, and 2020, the time that whole world has seen the power of ChatGPT. As you can see, the whole development was towards the deep learning models, which have created the possibility to create human-like text, human-like voice, human-like videos that can be produced within no time. And these pre-trained models are already a big success, as we all know about it. Next. So the future will not be a conflict, because many of people are producing it as a conflict. Let us grab the opportunity and learn the intricacies of this wonderful technology and be friend to it. No conflict, but rather cooperation is the need of the hour with this ever-coming technology. So a generative AI, as you can see, will require a completely new skill set in the market. What you're doing now is sufficiently, probably not going to be sufficient for your jobs in the future. What is going to work for you, the coding skills may not be required as much. So what you would require, as you can see the slide says that, you require AI accesses, you require data curators and algorithm trainers. A very different skill set. Of course, it requires different training as well, but this is the change. And also a newly emerged technology of prompt engineering. Prompt engineering will help you how do you make maximum of the existing ChatGPT-like models which are already available in abundance. And you should also try to understand that technology is there to support and augment you, but you should know, however, how much you want to make use of it. And how much is the part that is totally human-centric and still cannot be replaced by any machine and by any technology. So, consume or customize. Those who are deep into this business of using generative AI for their industries, business houses, they know either to use the already pre-trained models for their purposes, that's the way of consuming it, and second possibility is customizing. Customizing it with the data which you want, more domain specific, more accurate, more controlled by your own environment, and that possibly will help you to create better result, more relevant, and of course to the requirement of the society as well. So customize or consume. This is the two possible ways to make use of this wonderful upcoming disruptive technology of generative AI. Next. Technically speaking, there are multiple layers of it, from foundation model to infrastructure to data. You can always go on understanding it, and the layer itself are not very rigid, they are still evolving, but we should know the basic changes where that the foundation model which was produced by the wonderful idea of generative AI, and top of that we generate in the AI tech stack the different arrangements that you want to make. So what actually are the important essentials, very important essentials that will be required when you deal with a technology giant like generative AI? So drive in with a business-driven mindset. Second, take a people-first approach. Third, get your proprietary data ready. Then invest in a sustainable tech foundation and accelerate the ecosystem innovation and level up your responsible AI. So you have to understand that the initial euphoria, initial excitement should not slow down in terms of what actually it can deliver, what it can give it to you, give it to me, give it to the society, give it to the industry. And that there lies the whole strength, that you understand it and leverage it for your advantage. And generative AI also has a very important ethical aspect. So the problem will be naturally in the future that where is the level of privacy. So ethical boundaries will also be needed to be redefined. We are posting very happily our pictures for almost every year. You don't remember. For 10 years, your complete pictures are available if somebody wants to see it. And then they will create for next 10 years also how would you look like. And then a fictitious character generated by the AI will do something which you will be ashamed that it is being shown on the public platforms. And nobody will understand. Nobody will understand. So last day we were sitting in Director's Chamber and the Director General of Police was sitting with us. And he asked a straightforward question to us. One video fake generated with AI and one is the original one. How do I distinguish between them? Are there any particular checkpoints? And a difficult answer. Difficult answer. Because the way the natural progression is done, similarly generative AI also will take the progression, the same controlled manner, in same training models, and that will be really very, very difficult to understand. And that will be the ethical aspect. So we have to be careful that these boundaries are there. Next one. So be careful that there are ethical considerations, not only in terms of the privacy, but also the bias and fairness, privacy, of course, intellectual property. So a complete web series can be created without hiring any actors, without hiring any script writer, without hiring any photographers, without hiring any musicians. A complete web series, and they will be in place. Who owns the intellectual property? Whose property is that? Who can claim to earn profit legitimately from that creation? That will be the question to be answered. Security and misuse, because it can be always exploited for malicious purposes. Of course, transparency and accountability will be another area that you have to be very careful and see how this will be seen, that they are often complex and opaque. You cannot understand how it was created. And that's why a new field of research is being explored called explainable AI. In explainable AI, we would like to know how and why such a situation of future is being projected. What algorithmic considerations were there for these predictions to be there. And that's what we will be having new areas to explore. And then will be human agency and creativity, that there are philosophical and ethical questions surrounding the role of generative AI in creative pursuits, in creating music, in creating wonderful paintings. They also have to be considered. But whatever come and go, there is a storm in the coming and nobody will be able to stop it. Whether we like it or not, is going to come. So better to be ready, better to embrace it, better to prepare for it, and then take the future. Next one. So that's all for my side. There are the references to be referred if you want really to more interesting discussion on this. Thank you so much.